Okay. I want to give infinite praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahashim, YAHAWASHI, Yahawah the Father, YAHAWASHI the Son, the Son of the Most High, YAHAWASHI the Father of Spirits. Um, and like it says, the title, um, flee out of flee from Babylon. But this is the really one that started. Jeremiah 51:6. Flee out the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her recompense. Right, I'm just gonna go on the spirit, so bear with me. Right. Because what's here? What's it? Because this is what's in Babylon too. Let me read this little account real quick. This is Ezekiel 4:12, and thou shalt eat it as barley cakes, and thou shalt bake it with dung that cometh out of a man in their sight. And the Lord said, even thus shalt the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. Because our food is defiled, right? So why would you want to stay here where the food is defiled? Or where you get that energy from? It says um, this is Joel 3:5, or 4. Yeah, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried it into your temples, my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. So you got to be actively a part of that. You want to be actively a part of that, being risen out from this place, Babylon, which is America, right? And you can tell it's America when you read Revelations 17 and 18. And get some more. All right, when you read in Isaiah, and Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah 50. The word that the Lord spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet. Declare ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard, right? So I'm going to go down deeper into that. Declare, right? Let me get the definition for that. It says declare, say something in a solemn and emphatic matter, right? Um, the declare, it says make known by words, state explicitly proclaim, announce. So like if a new sneaker coming out and they basically declare it when they put it on the commercial, and they keep telling you it, because some didn't see it, some did, but it's declaring, so it's gonna, like it says, make clear, like we declare that Babylon is America, right? Declare ye among the nations, the other all nations. I'm talking about the Israelites and the heathens, and publish. Let me get published real quick. Publish, make publicly known, reveal, announce, which is like declare, and set up a standard. Let me get. It says weight, measure, or instrument by which the accuracy of others is determined. So, like, basically, our standard is YAHAWASHI, right? And the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, you know, lifting up that standard. But the standard is really ultimately YAHAWASHI, because they follow the ways of YAHAWASHI, right? The Son of the Most High. Publish and conceal not. Say Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded. Merodach is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded. Her images are broken in pieces. Because now, in this time, you can't even say you're a Christian, because if you meet a man of the Lord or something, you're gonna get instantly confounded. Instantly. Say somebody came up to me and was like, or talking to me, talking about the Bible, saying they're a Christian. I'm gonna say, let me get this scripture real quick. Okay. This is Proverbs 30:4. Who hath ascended up into heaven, or descended? Who hath gathered the wind in his fist? Who hath bound the waters in a garment? Who hath established all the ends of the earth? What is his name, and what is his son's name, if thou canst tell? If a Christian walked up to me and was like, I'm a Christian and such, I believe in the Bible and such. So that's exactly why I'm going to ask him. I'm going to bring out that scripture. And because we know it. We know that the Father's name is Yahawah, and his son's name is YAHAWASHI, right? And we want to know that if the apostles and the elders in the will of the Most High revealed it to us. Right? Back to, this is Jeremiah 50:4, or and 3. For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast. Right? And I was thinking about this a while ago. I was just in the car, and I was like, dang, it's going to be, when we're back, the nation of Israel, back in the land of Israel, right? Back to our homeland. And then all these other nations are going to be below us. We're going to have that rulership. The elect are going to be well known and We're going to have those celestial bodies. We're going to have slaves. Esau's going to be slaves. And then this land, then there's going to be smoke coming out from the fire, and the smoke coming out from over here in the Americas, and it's going to be high, and it's going to be on fire for a long time. And then it's going to be a wilderness. I'm thinking it's going to be a fire. And then, like, I'm going to see it like if it was far off. I'm going to be like, dang, in that land that was burning up, that's gonna be crazy to look at it from afar, right? But then I looked around and I realized I'm in that same land that's gonna be on fire. That same land. So at the same time, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? You're in Babylon. You know the truth, right? Supposed to be pushing this word. So what are you doing? At the same time, what are you doing? Because we got the apostles been doing this for 30 years and they're ready to see this burn. I've been in the truth not even that long. I was in the world longer than I was in the truth. So what am I doing here? I've only been alive, which being alive is being to know the scripture, to know my purpose. And the only purpose on this earth, the YAHAWASHI, that I'm even an Israelite, and which is to push this word. All this other stuff is all this other stuff don't matter. I'm trying to say that college don't matter. You need a job because that's even being in effect. This is that's the spirit. It came straight to us, straight to me. Another one too. The water YAHAWASHI. You need a job because it's in the. It's I'm just gonna read it. You need to provide for your family, basically. You need to provide for yourself. You need to be self-dependent, if I'm saying it right. Okay, this is 1 Timothy 5 and 8. Right? And coming in to the truth, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody, you know, you're working, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to find out the right way to praise the Most High. And the right way to praise the Most High is through these scriptures and getting this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding and apply it to the lot that you have. This is 1 Timothy 5 and 8. But if any provide not for his own, your immediate family, yourself, right? And especially for those of his own house, you're not feeding your dog, you're neglecting your own people. He hath denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. You're worse than a baby. You're worse than a baby. I know I'm all over the place. But this is 1 Timothy 4 and 13. Till I come give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine. That sounds like a command to me. Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy with the laying on the hands of the presbytery. Meditate upon these things, give thyself wholly to them, that thy profiting may appear to all. Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine, continue in them, for in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. Basically, that's the key. That's the key to getting out of Babylon. I just looked over this. Actually, I'm going to get this one real quick. 2 Corinthians 13 and 5, which this is something you do daily. This is a daily thing to do. This is by the hour, I say all the time. 2 Corinthians 13 and 5. Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith, right? Are you providing for your family? For one way. Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove yourselves. Prove yourselves. Somebody, okay, you tell somebody, you know you're an Israelite. You tell somebody else they're an Israelite. You're not supposed to be eating pork. You go to a dang cookout and you eating fucking pork. Then what you didn't prove yourself. If you're at this cookout and somebody gives you a plate and you're looking at the meat, you're looking at the rice and beans and there's some kind of meat in there, right? Even if you're by yourself and you don't even know somebody's watching, you still need to know for yourself. Because guess what? The eyes of the... Let me get that one, because most people don't think, well, you hear scripture, but you need to apply that scripture. And I'm deep into that applying. I need to do another video on that. Because all these things, these scriptures need to be applied. I need to get that word too. Look at this real quick. Actually right here. Okay. Apply, right? It means join or combine, right? So join these scriptures attach these scriptures to you. Attach them, apply them, adhere. Like it says right here. Oh, that's a... It said appliance, which is yeah, appliance. Oh, that's good right there. That's a meat right there. Action of putting into use. What the hell? Action of putting into use. That's the appliance. Putting these scriptures into use. You can't praise, you can't say Barakatha, YAHAWAH, Barakatha, YAHAWASHI. While you deny the faith and you don't take care of yourself, your kids. This is 1 Corinthians 15 and 33. Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners. When you corrupt something, then it's done for, basically. You can't go back on that. If there was, I was talking about some food, but somebody gave you some macaroni and cheese and spit in it, this is corrupt. You can't turn it back into something. You can't turn it back to what it was before. Before it was corrupt. Before it was pure, right? In the example sense, pure macaroni and cheese, right? No GMO cheese or weird something. But before it was pure. Somebody spits in it, now it's corrupt. Oh, you talking about the scriptures. And then you going back and talking about some, I'm going to get with her even though she got a boyfriend. Or, you know what? The name of the Father is Yahawah, and the name of the Son is YAHAWASHI. Hey, you want to go, I got some weed, you want to go smoke a blunt? You fucking wicked, bruh. You fucking wicked. And the real elect, we ain't dealing with that shit. Because, yes, it was a journey. It was a journey to get here. We had to take off that fucking old self. It put on that new self. The new, see, let the scripture speak. We had to put on that new body. Like this right here, yeah. Romans 10 and 3. Like the example I was saying with the talking about Yahawah is the Father, YAHAWASHI is the Son, which is good, that's pure. Those are the true names. But then going to smoke or, you know, that's the corruption. Right? But they're ignorant. This is what it's gonna talk about. They're ignorant. Let me read it. Romans 10 and 3. For they being ignorant of God's righteousness, Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahawashi's righteousness, and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High. This is Luke 12 and 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division. So he's going to separate the true people, the true, sincere ones that believe, and the ones that know but don't apply it. This is Proverbs 25 and 2. It is the glory of the Most High to conceal a thing, but the honor of kings is to search out a matter, right? Search out the righteousness of the Most High. And that's a video in itself right there. Search out the righteousness of the Most High and apply these scriptures and flee from Babylon. This is Psalm 69 and 6. Let not them that wait on thee, O Lord, power of hosts, be ashamed for my sake. And the true people waiting for the Lord are going to conform to his righteousness. They're not going to be like, oh, well, I can do certain things. The Most High doesn't go off. This is Romans 10:21. But to Israel he saith, all day long I have stretched with my hands unto a disobedient and gainsaying people. So you want to do the opposite of that. You want to be obedient and let me look at this. Gainsaying, it says um, to oppose. Wait. Yeah, to oppose, really. So if the Most High says one thing, they want to say something else. They want to say like a counter to it. This is 1 John 2:15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. And that's at all. The second, the Most High, how do I say this? Some things that are in the world. Say your car, your house, your family, your job. Some a lollipop you really like. Um, you like how the school set up. You like how you see different people, different cultures coming together or something. You see, be seeing Edomites walk around. You be seeing Japhet and you like going to the clubs. Um, all these things are ways of the world, right? Like it says here, look, for all this is in the world, right? So this is what you're not supposed to love. The lust of the flesh, right? So you being with your woman, or you getting the hots for women out here. Um, Adultery with your eyes, and the lust of the eyes, yeah, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, right? You basically, oh, I'm here, so I'm gonna do what I want. Is not of the Father, but is of the world, and the world passeth away. We don't even know how it is to live, right? But you're trying to make this your permanent dwelling spot. You like the most people are lost. Really, this is really only for the elect. That you know when you're an Israelite, you know that this place is gonna be destroyed. So in the back of my mind, thinking about plans and stuff, oh, for the future or whatever, it's like, okay, why would I do this when America, Lord willing, I don't want to rataza, this place is destroyed as soon as possible. As soon as fucking possible. Second Peter 1 and 10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure, for if ye do these things, ye shall never fall. Ye shall never fall. So that's the only thing we're supposed to be doing. So then we can get to the life, the kingdom, and not have to come back through the seed. We can be the ones that are given that role, which this is a big role, but given that given that role and given that responsibility, or given that position to establish this world to come, right, with YAHAWASHI, our King. This is Colossians 4 and 5. Walk in wisdom toward them that are without, redeeming the time. So on the different side of that, don't be a fool. Don't be a fool out here. Because what? If you're out here talking about you know the name YAHAWASHI, right? But then you're out here saying that idol, Jesus Christ. That's not wisdom. That's definitely not wisdom. And you're going to get destroyed for that. Going to get destroyed for that. This is Luke 12 and 40. Be ye therefore ready also, for the Son of Man cometh at an hour when ye think not. And if you're diligent doing the work, and you're doing this at all times, when that time comes, when YAHAWASHI is there, you think somebody gonna be slacking? You ain't gonna be slacking when you seeing them chariots, and the chariots just sitting in front, just chilling in the sky. That's when they gonna go hard. That's when people are gonna go hard, right? Be talking about some going hard for the truth, you know what I'm saying? Barakatha, Barakatha, Yahawashi, Barakatha, Barakatha, Yahawashi. But we know this information. It has been revealed onto us before. You know, before the destruction. So this is the time. If he's at the I don't want to butcher it, but this is what we want, because we don't know the hour. So this is 12 and 43. Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. So a chariot pulls up, boom, it's right there in the sky. There's gonna be certain men out there at that time doing the work, right? Doing some form of the work. This is 1 Corinthians 12 and 14. For the body is not one member, but many. For the body is not one member, but many. So, I'm a part of the body. Somebody else is part of the body. Somebody else is part of the body. But we're all one body. Why the fuck do I want a piece of the body to have some cancer? I don't want no parts of the body to have any type of cancer in it. Because then what happens? If I got cancer in me, that's going to destroy the rest of the body. It's hurting the rest of the body. This is 1 Corinthians 13 and 8. Charity never faileth, but whether there be prophecies, they should... Wait. Let me skip up. 1 Corinthians 13 and 4. Charity suffereth long and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up, doth not behave itself unseemly, seeketh not her own, is not easily provoked, thinketh no evil, rejoiceth not in iniquity, but rejoiceth in the truth. Beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things. Charity never faileth, but whether there is prophecies, they shall fail. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when that which is perfect is come, then that which is in part shall be done away. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. For now we see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know even as also I am known. And now abideth faith, hope, charity, these three, but the greatest of these is charity. And this is charity right now, doing this work. We're not paying nobody for this. I mean, nobody's paying us for this. But they should, you know. They give them tithes and really give the tithes to the apostles and elders of Greatmillstone, yo.